hello, Bella. Great. Take it from the top of scene 2.
So you think it's easy, huh? Well, how about this?
So let me tell you what the plan is. Go touch the souls of every human on this planet. Go coast to coast and show our faces what the fans is. Do the motion, show us real up on the surface. We got drama, we got pain, we got envy, we got love. Whatever you going through, we encapsulate it like a drug. Back in the form of love, like it's gifted from God above. Merging ideas and working together, fit like a glove. Yeah, I'm working for God above, I'm thirsty. We changing life by telling stories and weekly series. We do this for the kids, bruh, who teach their parents how to love and break down barriers. This is why so you see it's so imperative. Yeah, we viral, we spin. 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 We viral, we spin it. Yeah, we viral, that's when. Yeah.
Hey, Dhar Mann fam.
I hope you're happy. Before I go, do you mind if I grab some more sandwiches? I would say the role is yours.
So you see, we viral.
Katherine, how's my hair? Just kidding, that's a long-standing joke between her and I. I do not need to introduce you to this next actress, the Face of Dhar Mann. Why do I call her that? Go to Dhar Mann's YouTube channel, look through all the little icons. She's in like 95 videos, and you'll see her face on, it's not a majority, she's probably in the third. So, let me talk about Katherine real quick before you watch her. Go to her YouTube channel, subscribe. She's gonna start an acting class. That is how I met Katherine. She had an acting class at her house, and she hosted. Her mentor, Timothy Omen, taught it. He's going to be working with you guys. A lot of you think I'm a good actor. He didn't teach me everything. I went to college for theater, though. He taught me a lot about film technique. He refined a lot of what I kind of knew and stuff, but I learned a lot real quick from him, and I would not be the actor you see on screen with Dhar Mann without Timothy Omen. Secondly, just to brag about the man, we're in a directing class. Me, Maggie Avila, if you remember her, TJ Myers, she did like 3 videos with Dhar, and Katherine are all in an acting class by him. The guy is a genius. He thinks out of the box like no one else I know. His knowledge of film and storytelling, and camera work and lighting, it's whew. So you don't want to miss that. I'm a big fan of both of them. Secondly, her YouTube channel is full of knowledge. You think she's a great actress? She's a better teacher. She has an online course that I help to direct. Really, I just turn the camera on and just watch her. I give her a suggestion every now and then, and I helped out with some edits, and she blows me away. So, without further ado, the Face of Dhar Mann.
Okay.
Rolling. Katherine Norland. Hold on.
Lady, would you mind telling us your name and occupation?
My name is Katherine Norland, and I have so many things that occupy my time and my thought life. So you hear that little voice? That proves I have more than one occupation. Most importantly, I am a mom, wife. I have 2 boys. One is 12-year-olds in special needs, and the other is 2-year-old. And when you hear, I am a daughter, a wife. Sweetheart, Daddy went to the store. I am a daughter, a wife, a friend, a mentor, a coach, an encourager, and on a daily basis, I am occupied with the art of self-improvement, learning, researching, experimenting. I'm occupied with ways to better myself as a human being, and in turn, find out ways to be a blessing to others. Whether I'm taking classes in communication, budgeting, scripture analysis, film directing, or wrestling, I'm trying to get to the heart of who I am. Stop it! And this is Elijah. I'm trying to get to the heart of who I am and what would be the most notable and noble pursuit for me to be occupied with. He's one of them. He's one of my big ones. And I also happened to act, produce films and online courses, and write books. I have 3 poetry books out, and I'm working on a memoir and a self-help book. And I aspire to direct movies.
Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit more about your career and about yourself?
I started pursuing an acting career in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 1998, and I soon realized I needed to move to Los Angeles to really get some traction. And in March of 2000, in March of 2000, I loaded up my Chevy and I drove to California in my Minnesota coveralls, face full of acne and pockets filled with chocolate, and dreams of doing something more impactful than working in a factory on an assembly line. And you guys, 6 hours after I drove into town, I had my first audition. And yeah, I've had close to 800 auditions since then. And I always prided myself on being ready for opportunity to strike, yet I was not always poised for the disappointment that would oftentimes follow this uncertain pursuit. Some of the things I've learned. Well, I learned from my jobs as a regular person in a small town that showing up on time, having a good attitude, and being a hard worker would get you ahead. And I learned from my jobs as an aspiring actress in a big city that looking hot, having a huge following, and being open to the casting couch would get you ahead. Which is probably why you've never heard of me. Like most aspiring actors, I started doing extra work to earn my Screen Actors Guild vouchers. And I did that fairly quickly. And I got in every student and indie film that would have me. I worked for 7 years, mostly for the price of craft service, which consisted of warm, plastic-tasting bottled water, stale pretzels, and occasionally a slice of Little Caesars pizza. Sometimes I'd hit up to 6 auditions a day to build my resume and obtain footage for my demo reel, which seemed as hard to obtain as a parking spot in LA. Timmy, turn the TV down! Yes, some of that might be used. I had side hustles to make money, like doing makeup on sets, flipping signs on the street, and valet parking cars for an all-female agency called Valet Girls. After about 10 years of living hand to mouth, only 3% of actors actually make a living at their craft, and being tired of the roles I was being offered, I wanted to do something more. I not only wanted to show more range as an actress, but be more creative. So I started to write and produce my own short films. Timothy, turn it down, please! So I started to write and produce my own short films that ended up being much more creatively fulfilling, as I could determine what types of characters I wanted to play, not only what I was typecast to play for others. The entertainment industry. It often feels like the perpetual theme park. It's got the bright lights and the fun rides and the camaraderie of thousands of people all there for the same purpose. And from the way it's advertised, everyone wants to go there. But you have to stand in line for hours, waiting for your turn to get on a 5-minute ride, which doesn't always seem worth it. And sometimes you get sick of cotton candy promises, hot dog deals that leave you indigestion, and you want something more fulfilling, like a home-cooked meal from someone who will look you in the eye with nothing to hide. Many times I wondered, was my dad right? Should I have stayed in my little town at my stable jobs and not quit Bible college to take this leap of faith? But 20 years later, through all of the ups and downs of this roller coaster ride, I still feel like standing in line was worth it. Because the thrill, each time you get a ride, you strap yourself in, and it's a whole different experience with new people in the cars, new electricity and excitement, and the prospect of doing something special each time. It doesn't get stale because you can reinvent yourself on each and every ride. If you don't treat it that way, and you get on the next project or ride with resignation that you've done this before, or I'm just going to dial it in, raise my hands and scream at the right parts, then you're not newly experiencing it. You're only reliving what you've done before. And if that's the case, just pay for the photo they took of you at the entrance when you came in and were full of hope, and go home. I attempt to keep things fresh, as if it's the first time with each project I take on. I ask myself before each project, what have I learned that I can use to make this project better? And who am I today that is different from yesterday? And how can I use the sum total of my experiences to bring life to this project, and yet still live in the skin of this character as if it's the first time? You know, though I don't know what the future holds for me in the entertainment industry or what it's going to look like, I know if I treat each day, each project, and each person as a gift, there will always be a place for me. And my future will unfold just the way it's supposed to. And I remain confident in the mystery of it all.
Hey Dhar Mann fam, it's Bijan Ali, and I hope y'all are having a great 2021 so far. I know I am, so let's make 2021 the best year ever. Happy New Year and bye!
Hey there, it's Katherine Norland. I want to wish you an amazing, wonderful, blessed New Year. Make this year something you're proud of. Make this year be something you will go into next year saying, you know what? I did good this year. And a lot of that has to do with not the results, but the fact that you tried. If you actually go for your dreams and goals each day, by the end of the year, you may not have accomplished that huge thing, but how much closer will you be if you didn't try at all? You know, for the last 2 years, I've been writing my online course. I have been working on it every single day that I'm not shooting a film, and I've been shooting it since August, and I really wanted to launch it January 1st, but guess what? I didn't get it done. Does that mean I'm a failure? No, it just means it was more involved than I thought it was going to be. It was more work than I had anticipated, and I want to make it amazing for you. So the deadline has to be pushed a little bit. And that's okay. Sometimes things don't happen when we want them to. Sometimes we don't meet our goals at the end of the week, the end of the month, or the end of the year. But it doesn't mean anything negative about us. It just means we tried this thing, it didn't work the way we wanted it to, and maybe we need to build in more time. Maybe we need to get a team of people around us. But be good to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. You know, Tony Robbins and many people have said, people underestimate what they can get done in a year or a month, but they underestimate. Let me see if I'm saying that right. They overestimate what they can get done in a month or a year, but they underestimate what they can get done in 10 years. You guys, if you just work towards your goals, even 15 minutes every day, you're going to be so far ahead. You're going to be shocked. You're going to look up one day and be like, whoa, I can't believe I've gotten this far. But if you don't start, or if you keep waiting till the time is right, or keep waiting till you have a 6-hour block of time to work on it, you might not ever have a 6-hour block of time. I used to go away to a hotel and write like 4 times a year. That's not possible now that I have a toddler, and I just don't get away like I used to, and with COVID and everything shut down. But I do take time to write every day whenever possible, even if only 15 minutes or 20 minutes. What I'm saying is, whatever goal you have, break it down. This is your time to dream. The new year is starting, and this is your time to dream, but not just dream, to make a plan, an action plan of daily doables. How do you do that? How do you make an action plan of daily doables? You find out what your goal is, and you write down every single thing you think that's going to take. And then you take each of those little things and you write down everything you think that's going to take. And make it into such small pieces that you could work on it a little bit each day. Maybe you make one phone call. Maybe you want to paint the most epic painting this year. So what do? You call the paint store and even find out if they have this certain kind of paint you want. Or maybe the first step is deciding what you want to paint. Maybe it's deciding what the canvas is going to be. Maybe you can't even afford canvas. Do you have a piece of wood you can paint on? Do you have a wall you can paint on? There's always plan Bs, but whatever it is, you make the plan and you break it down. Maybe the next day you're spending some time deciding what it's going to be on the painting. My point is, even if you have a big, gigantic goal like starting a company, one thing you can do each day is one thing. So what is that one thing, and how can you break it down to little steps? Maybe one day you're Googling all the businesses that are like yours. Maybe the next day you're Googling all the businesses that aren't like yours, so you can differentiate yourself. But there's always something you can do each day, and I encourage you, don't just go into the new year with dreams. Go into the new year with plans. Go into the new year knowing what you're going to do and taking the action steps every day, because there is where your power is going to come from. There is where your life source and energy is going to come from. Sometimes I just spend a few minutes working on a couple lines from a poem, and that recharges me. When I put everybody else first and I don't work on my dreams, that can be very draining. So put yourself first this year. Put your dreams first this year. Sorry about the noise. My little one's just throwing Hot Wheels all around. Hashtag parent life. But go for your dreams anyway. This is just the perfect example. I could have said, oh, I gotta wait to film this video till everything is perfect and everyone is quiet and nothing is going on. It's the same with your dreams. You don't have to wait till everything is perfect to get started. You just get started. Happy New Year. Love you. God bless you. Take care of yourself. You are worthy.
Thank you for stopping in. I told you you would love her. Enjoy some clips of me and her working together. Second scene ever I did with Dhar Mann is with her, and you won't recognize her. She's a little overweight. She just had a kid though, okay?
How is it that you're busy when you're just watching the game?
I've been at work all day. I mean, this is the only chance I get to relax. It's not like your job of taking care of this house is that hard anyway.
So you think it's easy, huh?
You get it. I need a real man who can meet my needs. Like you.
Well, how about you and I go up to my place? I have a penthouse, you know.
Did you say penthouse?
This isn't like you. Okay, where on earth did you learn that from? Ready?
5 more minutes.
Honey, you're gonna burn the food.
No, I am not. Would you just let me cook for once?
Let me show you how it's done.
Hey, here, give it back.
Watch out! Move over, I got this.
Just let his hand.
No! I can do this on my own!
Please.
Who is it? Liza? Honey, it's okay. Just give me a few minutes. Don't do this.
I'm his girlfriend.
I can't believe this. Never give up on us.
Promised you? What are you talking?
You see, the last time we got our pregnancy results, you made me a promise.
Imagine. We were practically guaranteed to get pregnant.
Based on my experience, this usually happens when one of you has infertility issues.
Meant to be a mom.
Oh, listen, I'm never gonna give up on you or our baby. Sorry, but sometimes in life, things don't work out the way we want it to. What, did you expect me to wait around forever? When you can't get pregnant? You used to be fun and sexy, and now you're just lying there. You're not the person I married. I'm just gonna go sleep on the couch. You married 11 years ago.
I'm sorry I'm not
The adventurous, fun-loving, beer-drinking babe you met. As much as I want to be all those things for you, all of my energy goes towards our children, who look exactly like you.
I used to live for the moment, and now I have to always think about tomorrow.
Do they have clean clothes? Have they finished their homework? What should I pack them for lunch? Well, I used to be so carefree. Now I'm constantly worried. I worry about your health, our children's health, our finances, and our future.
You're right. I'm not the single, adventurous, carefree person you once met.
I am now a mother, a tutor, a counselor, a chef, a nurse, a personal shopper, and a housekeeper. And to be honest, I wouldn't change any of it. I don't want any other life. I love you and the life that we created.
Your loving wife.
So this is it. This is how it ends.